rules anyway. Well, you're giving them a shutdown, which legally allows them to do exactly what they're doing right now.
And they're going to do it anyway. Veterans would be harmed. They wouldn't get their VA benefits.
They're already being harmed. No one is fighting for the American people, and it's feckless and it's
Shutting down
weak.
the government is not fighting for the American people. It costs the economy billions of dollars.
This man
people
has
don't get their benefits.
Greetings from All Star Buzz again. Thank you for listening. Please remember to like and subscribe before we begin. It greatly aids us. Since there was a lot of back and forth drama and the guests began fighting, it seemed that the producers were ready to wrap up the event. To be honest, does anyone still watch the show, or am I the only one who mentions it? The Democrats are currently in a state of disarray. They are fighting over Chuck Schumer, they are furious with Elon Musk, and they are going crazy over Donald Trump. Guys, it's a mess. It's crazy, so let's get started.
Everything. Why don't the Democrats go out there and march and stop with each other? I'm sick of it.
Well, I don't know, Joy, that they're fighting with each other. They're not fighting a unified fight. That is the problem.
The fact that Nancy is now out there criticizing Schumer, stop it already.
You know why she's criticizing him? Because he should have been fighting for that veteran. He should have been fighting for the people of America that are feeling the way that they are feeling. The Americans that I've spoken to, people that approach me almost every single day, say they don't feel like the party is fighting for them. This is not about...
well, that's what I'm saying. Go out and fight for them.
It's not about... Well, he had the opportunity to fight for them. Chuck Schumer caved to the GOP and got nothing. This was not actually the choice. But Joy, the choice was not between a no vote on the partisan GOP spending bill and a possible shutdown. It was a choice between a no vote and forcing Republicans to explain why they walked away from that possibility of a bipartisan agreement. And the core disagreement was around a willingness to fight, even if that meant convincing the public that the harm...
Producers at ABC were eager to finish the show. To be honest, they ought to stop airing it right away. Hold on, what? Are veterans losing everything? Would someone please provide further details? They talk about identifying waste in the government all the time, but they never take any concrete action. Lying when withholding information? What specific differences between USAID and other organizations were discovered? How are billions of taxpayer dollars being wasted by the federal government? It's insane. Guess what, now? They are talking about a government shutdown, which the Democrats have been frantically attempting to prevent.
He shut it down. And one thing that changed my mind is yesterday I called him on the carpet and said, how are you leadership when you only get 9 Democrats to follow you? But then someone shared something that made me change a little of my perspective. They had exactly the number they needed to not shut down. So he gave cover to a ton of Democrats that probably in common sense terms knew their voters would backlash if they shut the government down. And honestly, in coverage to the GOP.
Now that Democrats who had opposed a government shutdown have ultimately sided with Trump, at least with regard to Chuck Schumer, Sunny Hostin is furious. The truth is, Sunny doesn't know what she's talking about. Everyone seems to be against her.
In the House, we're prepared for that fight. Chuck Schumer caved.
They didn't have the votes.
Okay, so it would have been worse.
They didn't even have the votes.
If he didn't concede, it would have been worse. And that's what was surprising about Pelosi saying that, because she knows from her experience as Speaker of the House that the negotiator told Chuck Schumer
Now. Complete chaos. Additionally, people's moods are beginning to lift. They are living in their own delusion, let's face it. They genuinely believe that the rest of America shares their pessimism on the nation's catastrophic course. They need to gather themselves. I think the court even went so far as to say that.
As we speak, the courts actually stated that
every day there's some atrocity going on. Every day I wake up, what did he do today?
The courts just ruled that more than 20,000 federal workers have to be reinstated because what Doge did was not lawful.
So, listen, be careful, because this is what they want. They want this fighting. They want this infighting. What's happening now, Democrats don't have what they need to get what they want done. So again, people have to get out and you have to march. You have to start making noise. This is now coming back to us. The only way people are going to hear how angry you are is if you get out there. We've done it when people were being sent over to Vietnam disproportionately. We got out there and we made noise and we made a difference. We made a difference. We made a difference when it came to women's rights. We made a difference when it came to black people's rights. If we don't get up and get out there and start making the noise we have to make, it's not going to change.
Polls show that most consumers want government waste to be addressed and possibly even reimbursed. In the meantime, this software is a complete chaos instead of being divided. The Viewcast yells at one another for more than 5 minutes while debating whether or not the Democrats are truly infighting. Anarchy reigns. The other people at the table are yelling, "Don't shut down the government, it will hurt Americans even more," while one man is advocating for the shutdown.
I love all these people who dedicate themselves, but it is now on us. We have to do it. You want to save your Social Security? You got to get up and you got to start screaming. Because the only way they're going to understand that you're not going to put up with it is if you.
This performance further exacerbates the already disorganized Democratic Party. They probably don't know what's happening. I'm beginning to realize how disconnected many of these shows are from the average American, particularly those that are supported by big businesses, not the billionaires themselves, but near enough. Are these shows hosted by millionaires? They're not sure. They have lost touch as a result of this. Donald Trump.
Made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers, or my employees? They hate government. Government's a barrier to people, a barrier to stop them from doing things. They want to destroy it. We are not letting them do it, and we're united.
The reasons why the Democrats lost are perfectly captured. I want to end by showing you a video of him. To be honest, I believe that shows like this are to blame. They are unaware of the struggles faced by regular Americans. Not at all. Chuck Schumer, who, incidentally, is no longer popular with Democrats, who now see him similarly to Trump, had one of his wildest moments when he said something so ridiculous live on television that not even the audience could save him. Take a look at this, please. Isn't that illogical? Chuck Schumer ridiculed avaricious Americans who merely desired to retain more of their personal wealth. They think I earned my money on my own. And what do you know? He's correct. Yes, we generated our own revenue. Real capitalism is about hardworking Americans making a living without the government taking it and squandering it on pointless foreign policy or new wars. The Democrats are going bananas about this ABC show. But this is not crony capitalism. There is no turning back now. There is no turning back now. They're finished.